Hey guys, Stitching May here. Just gonna do my June whip video and then just gonna do my stitch from a stash budget as well. I've already showed you guys the finish that I had, and that's already been gifted to my coworker. She cried, I cried, we both cried. It was really sweet, and it was actually the week I gave it to her, the Monday after her daughter's birthday. Would have been the Wednesday before that, and it was the weekend, you know, the weekend after she worked, and it would have been so it was like not exactly a week after her birthday, but it was very close to her birthday, and she would have been 4. And we actually talked some about her daughter and that kind of thing, and I think it was hopefully kind of therapeutic, and I don't know, she seemed to really appreciate it. And she even told another coworker that she worked with, because she actually worked twice this week. She told her that, you know, told her about the project and how I had given it to her and stuff, and that coworker came to me and told me that she had told her. So that made me feel good, like maybe she really appreciated it. It's not like she talked about it when I wasn't around, not just while I was there. So I gifted that, and that one seemed to go over really well. And then I started a new start, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. And I worked on 4 projects this month: the verse, my new start, 99 bottles, and my AAN SAL. So hard to say that way. But I don't feel like I got a lot of progress done, but I got a lot on each project. I don't know. I'm not impressed with my progress this month. I don't know why. But anyway, I'll show it to you anyway. I'll start with a new start. It is the Happy Camper that I'm doing for my mother-in-law and father-in-law. And, oh, sorry, I just knocked the whole table loose. But it's been fun to stitch. I actually was proud of myself. I zigzagged my edges for the first time on the project. I had done the fray check, and it just wasn't holding. I think it was an old bottle of fray check, and it just was not holding at all. So I ended up going back and zigzagging the edges. So proud. I should not be that proud that I did something so simple with a sewing machine. But hey. So here it is. This is the progress I've gotten so far. I started this on June the 7th. I started writing down the dates that I start things. But it's been a pretty quick stitch because it's all been one color. So I'm doing like the big blocks of color, and then I'm going to go back and like these little cutouts that you see. Like this is a fishing basket, and this is a chair, and like there's a fishing pole over here, and of course the words. And I'm going to go back and do those individually later, and then I'm going to do the back stitch as I go. But I had gridded this fabric and then started looking, and I had all 10x10 boxes except for one square, and it was an 11, like it was 11 wide instead of 10x10 wide. So I had to wash it and re-grid it, which was kind of hard to do with this stuff already on there. That was a bit tricky. But apparently one of my, at some point my counting got messed up. I'll blame it on Patrick Swayze. I was watching Dirty Dancing while I was gridding the fabric, and he's a little distracting. So but there it is. And then I've been working on this at work on my breaks, and then just this weekend see if I can get it to where I can point to it without, in this area right here, it's under the A in camper. I got off. I don't even know where I messed up. So I ended up having to like rip out a bunch of stitches and then re-secure, and it wasn't horrible. It was only about 20 stitches, but it was going to mess up a lot of other stuff, and so I had to rip out some stitches and redo it there. But I decided to go with the beige fabric because my husband has seen the inside of my in-laws' new camper. I have not yet. Every time I go there, it's all like put away, you know. They do all this stuff when they store it to where it won't mildew and stuff like that. So it's always like all locked up and stuff. And so I haven't really seen the inside of it. And he said that the cream color fabric would look better than the white with what they've got in there. So plus to me, I don't know, the colors just seem to pop a little more. I've never been a fan of white fabric. To me, I don't know, it just, especially on Ada, it seems to pop out more. But that's just my taste. To each their own, right? But I absolutely love these colors. Okay. And then I worked more on 99 bottles, and I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to try to show you this first because it's driving me crazy. but my fabric is rippling. Can you see how it's kind of rippled there? And I don't know if, gosh, I'm just gonna hold this way to where you can see the ripples. See where it's rippling? It's like right there. It's horrible rippled, and I don't know if it's just because it's wrinkled from me working on it and it's gonna iron out. I don't know if it's because of the Millennium frame and it's not in there straight and it's showing that it's rippled. When I take it off, it won't be. I don't know if I'm pulling somebody said that I may be pulling my stitches too tight. I don't know if it's because it's the even weave or if I didn't start in the right area, because apparently I had read that I've heard both ways, that you're supposed to start next to a vertical on top thread, not a horizontal on top thread. That just confuses me when I try to make sense of that, because to me, in one place it's a vertical on top and another, that makes no sense to me. Apparently though, I don't think I started the right way on this project, and I don't know if that really matters or if that is just a kind of like I do my cross stitches backwards, because anyway, I don't know if people say that I do my cross stitch backwards, because instead of ending with a backslash, I end with a forward slash. People say it doesn't matter as long as it's the same way on every stitch, which it is. But technically, according to the textbook, I do my stitches backwards. So I don't know if the vertical on top, horizontal on top is another one of those textbook things that do not really matter. I don't know. So I don't know if that's what's causing my rippling, but please, if you guys know or can have any advice to how not to get the rippling or how to fix the rippling, or if it's just something that's going to be there and may come out in framing, please comment below and let me know what you think. Or if you've had the rippling before and it's just there and I need to quit obsessing about it, let me know that I'm just being weird and paranoid, and comment below and let me know. But as far as my progress goes, this is actually, the way this chart works is there are the top 3 shelves, the bottom 3 shelves, and the middle 3 shelves. And then they're broken up in half. So like you'll have the left side of this, looking at it, you'll have the left side and then the right side. So I started on the left side and I did that. That was the first page. And then this will be the second page. So I kind of came out to the side instead of going up or down. So I finished, this down here is my first completed shelf. I was very, very excited about that. And then I ended up starting on the rest of the middle shelf. But I've also gone, and this is really hard to hold up, it's heavy. I've also gone and on the chart, she has a list of the bottles and beer names. And she has them mapped out, like shelf 5, bottle A is, whatever the name of the beer is. So I went and I wrote down on the pattern each of the beer names. And what I've been doing is each time I work on it, I'll look up the new bottle and like either show my husband a picture or send him a picture via text message if he's at work, just to kind of make it fun. That way I know what it's supposed to look like. And it is amazing how close she gets to these. I mean, I don't see how she got these so detailed in such a little place with such little bitty pixels. It's just, it amazes me every time. But, and again, I absolutely, positively love working on this piece. If you are undecided about this piece or thinking about this piece, I completely say do it. It's so much fun. Each bottle's a little finish, and I don't know. It's just a lot of fun to work on. It's probably my favorite piece right now to work on. There that is. I don't know if I'm holding up long enough, not long enough. I don't want to bore you. Don't want to just sit here in silence when you're looking at the project. Okay, and then last but not least is my AAN SAL. Just to let you guys know, I almost completely gave up on this week or this month and said I'm not doing this, I'm done, that kind of thing. Apparently there are 2 versions of the pattern. There's a shaded version and a non-shaded version, and the shaded version and the non-shaded version, one has overlapping, the shaded version has overlapping, and the non-shaded version doesn't have overlapping. I did not catch this somehow. Maybe I did and I didn't pay attention to it. But they're a little bit different. And apparently I would print off one month and another month. And I think that's been what's causing my issues. Anyway, this month when I went to print off the new section, I realized that I had deleted a whole row in last month's installment. And in order to fix it, I was going to have to frog all of last month's installment and start afresh. And I was like, I'm not doing that. That was over 300 stitches. I'm done. I'm putting it away. I'm not working on it. And then I was like, well, I'll work on it, but I'm waiting till all the pieces are out. And my husband encouraged me. He's like, surely there's something you can do to fix it and make it your own and that kind of thing. And after I got over my girlish rant, I looked at it, and oddly enough, on this next part, the row that I deleted was apparently kind of just extra. There weren't any details on it. It was just all like this sections of colors, like, you know how there's different sections of colors on the house, but they were all just a solid. They weren't like a door or a window or that kind of thing, or, you know, or a back stitch row or anything like that. They were just kind of filler stitch. So I'm just going to delete this same row all the way across and keep going. My project's just going to be a little shorter, and that's just how it's going to be, and hopefully it won't mess it up later. So I did start on this last week, and this month June's, it was released in June, but we don't get an installment in July. She gives us 2 months to work on this, and thank goodness she does, because let me tell you, this thing's huge. It's like 5 10 by 10 squares wide by like 10 by squares tall, and it's like almost all solid stitching. Like, I think when I'm going to be done, it's going to be up to here and over to here, and it's going to be stitches. So I mean, it's a significant piece of, you know, stitching. But she is releasing some freebies throughout the month that are only going to be only for the people doing the SAL, and only for 24 hours, so you have to catch them. But so I finally started on this some last week, and I stitched about 300 stitches, and it's just this area right here. And the good thing is that although there are a lot of stitches, they're kind of all big color groups. There's not a lot of confetti in this area. Actually, I haven't had an area of this project that's got a lot of confetti, I have to say. So, but that's where I am on this. Hold it for a little while, and I love these colors. I was so frustrated when I was giving up, because I was like, God, I love the colors, and I love being a part of the SAL, but, you know, I was just frustrated. But I'm over it now, and I'm stitching away, so that's what matters. There it is, and there's kind of a close-up of the part that I'm working on. And that's that for this one this month. Not all the progress on this yet. But I'm going to work on this one until I catch up. So that way I try to stay caught up with the project as it goes. But that's really everything on my whips. But I need to do my Stitch from Stash budget. So I went in my haul video. I had already mentioned that I had gone $1 over. And then one of those kits that were going to be a gift kind of fell into my stash. It was the one with the clown and the rainbow and that kind of thing. And my sister liked that a lot. So I decided I was putting that in my stash, because either she will stitch it later, and if she doesn't stitch it, then I'll stitch it for her later. But so that bumped me up from the 26th to the 28th. To 28. So I was already over on my budget, and I was kind of worried because I've not gone over, and I'm a little OCD about things like that. Like, I've been under my budget this whole time, and I know that means I've got because you do kind of get a rolling balance. So I knew that I wasn't completely over, but I didn't like being over for the month. But then we get a message from the admin of the blog, and she says that she's gifting us a $50 bonus this month. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. I'm going over. That's great. You know, I only go $2 and, you know, $2 or $3 in. And then I had to kit up my new project. And then I found some scissors that I liked. And then I found a needle minder that I liked. And I mean, not a needle minder. It's like a little needle pincushion thing. Nothing fancy. But anyway, all in all, I ended up spending $44. So I spent $25 of my budget, and I went over $19 of my budget. Or no, I went over $19, but that fell into the bonus part. So I ended up getting, like I said, I didn't show a haul of it because it was nothing interesting. It was just some DNC floss for Happy Camper. There was a fabric marker because I had to get the fabric marker to grid because all my other ones were out of ink. Like I said, it was just a little pin cushion. I did get some cute embroidery scissors at the Dollar General, oddly enough. It's not the Dollar General, it's just Dollar General, at Dollar General. And it was just, they're white with little colorful polka dots on them. I was like, hey, I'll try these. They're a cheap brand. I'll see if they work. And let me tell you, they're great. So if you notice them, they were kind of in the school supply section, and it said embroidery scissors. They're actually very sharp and work very well for a $4 pair of scissors at Dollar General. So I was impressed. And then I think I ended up getting like 2 fabric markers, just kind of little tool things. It wasn't like anything fun, or, you know, I didn't have another big haul. My big haul I've already shown you guys. So, like I said, I ended up going $44 total out of $75 we could spend. So I still didn't do too bad. I'm proud of myself. I stayed under our budget this month. So, also I was going to say that you guys are, a lot of you guys are doing the Mirabilia SAL in January. I so wanted to join in on that, and I can't justify it. I think her designs are beautiful, and I love watching you guys stitch them, and I love the mermaids and seeing them grow. It's not something that I could see me finishing and putting up in my house or my home, and I don't know of anybody that would really enjoy something like that. I was gonna find, there was a couple of the Christmas ones that I kind of liked, and I was like, okay, I'll just do one of those and I'll join in, that way I can be part of the SAL. But then I realized it was gonna be like $60 just for the pattern, the beads, and the floss, and not even the fabric. And I was like, I just can't justify spending that much money on something that I'm not gonna, that I may start stitching and not enjoy, or that kind of thing. So instead, cross stitch Joyle and I, she said that she only really liked one Mirabilia. She's kind of the same boat I am. I think they're beautiful. It's nothing against the designs. Please, anybody that watches this, don't think that I'm knocking you if you like the Mirabilia. I think they're beautiful. It's just not my thing. And I guess that's the fun part of the YouTube, is that I can watch you guys stitch it and kind of live vicariously through you guys. But instead, she and I are going to start the blackwork journey in January, and we're going to stitch that together kind of with y'all, even though it's not the Mirabilia. That way we're kind of doing something. So we're going to start that in January, and I'm kind of undecided. I keep going back from doing, it calls for black floss and pearl cotton with copper, silver, and gold metallics, and copper, silver, and gold beads. I think instead, I thought about doing turquoise and then blues and silvers and golds and this kind of stuff, metallics, but when I saw how vast this project is, I was afraid that the turquoise would be a little overwhelming. So instead, as of now, I'm leaning towards doing the black floss and pearl cotton, doing one color of turquoise metallics, and then doing like a turquoise or silver bead. I'm not sure yet. So let me know what you guys think, if I should do it exactly how it says, or should I do the black and the turquoise, or do you guys think I should do all the turquoise and add the special colors? I just think it would be too much. But I don't know. But when it's finished, it should go in. We're going to set up my spare bedroom, I think, as kind of my craft room, kind of cross stitch area. I do have some china at my great grandmother's that we're probably going to put in the nook area. Anyway, we're going to kind of do some remodeling and set up a room for me for my craft area. But that'll be a while from now, and I think that's going to be, I'm going to do that for that room. That's where I'll hang that up. But we've got other things to do first. We've been busy with the summer. That's why I haven't done a lot of videos. That's why I haven't had a lot of stitch or cross stitch progress too, is because we're actually doing a screen import, and summertime for us is like we do things that, random things, you know, outside anyway. But I will say though that I've really enjoyed watching videos. Wow, just no segue there, right? I've completely enjoyed watching all the extra videos on there. There have been several newcomers to YouTube. I think Aisha from Sticky Stitch called this Floss Tube, or what was it? Was it Stitch Tube? Anyway, there have been several newcomers, and I enjoyed watching the videos. I literally the other night sat for 2 nights and had videos to watch for 2 nights for the stitching. There were like 20 videos. I was so excited. And I do try to comment on all the videos that I watch. So please, if I'm not commenting on your videos or that something like that, that probably means I haven't found your video somehow. Like there was somebody that commented, blah. And I realized they had videos, and they had like 5 cross stitch videos. I'm like, how did I miss your videos? So if I haven't commented on your videos, or you haven't seen that I subscribe, if you make cross stitch videos and I haven't subscribed to you, please send me a message and let me know that you make videos, because I've probably forgotten or haven't seen them. And somebody, oh, I can't think of her name now to save my life, but she posted a video, and all it was asking people to go and comment. I'll link to it in the below. But what she had everybody do is, if you had a YouTube channel and you were making cross stitch videos, you just put "I'm here" in the comment. That way it would put everybody that was making videos in one area. So I'll link to that below in the description. That way you guys can go to that video and see the other stitchers that are making videos. But that's really everything. I'm enjoying all the wish list tags. My list, I now probably have a 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list that I didn't have before, because of seeing your projects that you want to do. But just as always, thanks for watching. And please, if you don't make videos, make a video. It's so much fun. It's so easy. And I'd love to see your progress. You guys take care. Keep stitching.